Hello everyone, I invite you to the Friday cryptocurrency review. Let's start by checking the current situation on the BTC pair to USDT, taking into account the 4-hour interval. First, we will use blue lines to mark the local uptrend channel in which the BTC price is moving. Now we can move on to marking the places of support in the event of a correction. And here, in the first place, it is worth marking the support at the price of $24,129. When the price drops lower, the second support is at $23,789, then at the price of $23,434 and $22,952. Looking the other way, in a similar way, using the trend-based fib extension tool, we can determine the places of resistance. We will first mark support at $24,825. When it breaks, then we have second support at $25,300, then support at $25,741, and then support at $26,404. Please pay attention to the CHOP index, which indicates that we are gathering energy again. The MACD indicator indicates entering a local downtrend, while the RSI shows a visible rebound, but we are still moving in the upper part of the range. As the second chart in today's review, we'll check ETH against USDT, also on a 4-hour timeframe. First of all, we will use the yellow line to mark the local downtrend line that the price overcame. Now let's move on to marking the places of support. We will use the trend-based fib extension tool to mark the supports, and as you can see, we have the first support at $1,687, the second support at $1,653, the third support at $1,626, and the next support at $1,597. Looking the other way, we can also mark the places where the price should encounter resistance on the way to increases. And here we have the first resistance at $1,696, the next resistance at $1,737, then the third resistance at $1,770 and the fourth at $1,804. The CHOP index indicates that energy is gathering strength. The MACD indicator indicates a local downtrend. On the other hand, we see a rebound on the RSI, but we are staying in the upper part of the range. As the third one, we will check the CODI chart on a 1-day interval. As we can see, the price failed to break the ongoing downtrend channel. Let's start by marking the price support spots, and we see that we first have support at $0.098. But if the price goes lower, then we have another support at $0.089, then at 8 cents. Then we have a strong support zone from $0.067 to 5 cents. Looking the other way, we can similarly determine the places of resistance that the price has to face. And here we see that the price is currently moving towards the 11 cents to 12 cents resistance zone. We continue to have a strong resistance at 15 cents. Once the price breaks it, it will move towards the resistance at 20 cents. The CHOP index indicates that we have a lot of energy for the next move. The MACD indicates that we are on the verge of entering an uptrend, while the RSI, after the last recovery, returns to the upper part of the range. The last one in today's chart is the XRP chart against USDT on a one-day time frame. First, we will use the blue line to mark the downtrend from which the price has gone up. While locally, we can use the yellow lines to mark the downtrend channel that has not been broken at the moment. Moving on, we can move on to marking support areas when we start a larger correction. And here, the first support is at 38 cents, the second support is at 36 cents. And then we have a strong support zone from 35 cents to 33 cents. Looking the other way, we see that the price has hit an important resistance zone from 40 cents to 43 cents, which it failed to break. However, if it manages to exit the descending channel upwards and break through the resistance zone, the next resistance will appear at the price of 46 cents, and then at the price of 50 cents. Please look at the CHOP index, which indicates we still have a lot of energy for the next move. MACD indicates that we are in a downtrend. While the RSI could see a small increase, but we are still staying at the lower part of the range. Technical analysis is provided by a third party, and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.